Okay, so this is the Q&A following The Art Thief. Tell us who you are and what your involvement is in the project.
So my name is Kairon Edwards. I'm the director of this film.
From your perspective, where did the story come from? What was the seed there?
I was reading a lot of articles of I think there was a lot of controversy around the British Museum a couple of years ago, and a lot of countries wanting their kind of artwork back. I know there was like a story about I think it was Congo or I can't remember which former Belgian colony. They wanted their stuff back from. I think it was Belgium or it was France, but an African country wanted their stuff back, and the response from the museum was, "Oh, we don't believe that you'd be able to take care of it as much as we can." And I think it's still a topic that is ongoing today. I know Egypt wants. I've kind of built like an amazing museum, and they kind of want some of their stuff back from the British Museum. So there was always that idea in the back of my head of wanting to tell like a police drama or police procedure, but then with a twist where it's mostly focused on someone who's trying to steal it, not for profit, but for just to return it back to its rightful owner.
Yeah. It's a story essentially in 3 scenes. It was 3 scenes, wasn't it? Was that always intentional?
Yeah, I think we didn't know. I think we weren't sure about whether the second scene, but I think it was always kind of like we wanted it to kind of. I think the second scene kind of needed to be there to kind of transition into the third. So I think it was always intentional to just have it as kind of. You kind of tell from I don't know if you can tell from like the actor's facial expression, but it kind of leads into like the last scene where she kind of at the airport giving us.
Yeah. And how long did the shoot take?
I think it just took a day. I think we originally were planning to do 2 days, so spend the bulk of the interrogation scene in 1 day, and then do the beginning shoot the following day. But we ended up kind of cramming it into one, which wasn't it was a bit stressful, but overall we got everything we needed.
Yeah. And what sort of budget did you have to work with?
I don't.
Are you allowed to say?
No, I'm trying to remember because the producers here. I can't remember what the exact budget was. I think it was like 1,000 something. 1,500. Yes.
Yeah. And how do you find working within the confines of a £1,500 budget?
I think because of I feel like the it depends on the concept, because I've worked with bigger budgets on like commercials, and they've kind of been more stressful because you're like working on it's a 3-day shoot, and I've worked with this was more kind of they had its ups and downs, but because we were just filming the bulk of the commercial in one location, it wasn't as stressful as kind of previous jobs with bigger budgets or smaller budgets.
So break down some of the magic of film for us by telling us your 3 set locations. How close were they all to each other?
I think we filmed the final scene first, and that was, I think it was near, I can't remember, it's Gatwick, or near, not far from. And we really wanted to get, and you could see some of the airplane runway in the background. We really wanted to get like a shot of like a plane coming down or coming off, but was just timing. I think it was like an hour from the we filmed in like a community center, and so it was like probably like an hour from that location to and then the second scene was pretty much upstairs. We kind of like filmed in the basement.
Yep.
We found like a really nice location that kind of looked somewhat like a police station, and like most of the kind of hallways kind of felt like it could either be like a police station or a community centre or something like that.
And how was it working with the community centre? Because in my past history of working with community centres, they can either be really, really helpful or absolutely awful.
I think we had an amazing security guy who could just help, who kind of had our back and kind of helped us. I think we had the location for a particular amount of hours, and we kind of went over that, and he kind of helped us by like moving people into different rooms so we could stay a bit longer. So I think like if it wasn't for him, we probably wouldn't have all the shots that we needed to finish the film.
So if your budget had been doubled or tripled, would there have been any changes that you would have made?
I think I would have done more shots of like kind of before. I think maybe having a couple scenes of him stealing the artwork, or kind of, or if we had the budget to film in a location that we could make it look like a museum, that would have been really cool. But like other than that, I don't really have like a thought of like how much I would.
And how did you find your actors? And there's quite a lot of pressure on the people when they're just, they're literally the domineering part of the whole film.
Yeah.
When you're working, because I think in total it was 3 actors, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Talk us through that process.
So the main actress we found on Mandy, and the sporting actor we had. I think he was just someone who worked with the producer.
Yep. And
he had been on a couple of TV shows and films before, and we really liked some of his work. I think he was in that football TV series on Apple Plus.
Oh, Ted Lasso.
Yeah, I think he played like a small role in Ted Lasso. So we were familiar with his work.
Yes.
Before, so it was kind of just getting the actress to kind of who could easily play alongside him.
Yeah.
And then the third actor was very last minute. I think we originally had planned to get the producer to like play that role, and then kind of a couple of days before the shoot, we ended up getting this guy last minute. So we didn't really have that much time to like rehearse and prepare for it. But I think it wasn't that big of a line, so I think he got it straight away and did a good scene. Yeah,
it's a very good performance.
Yeah.
Because it's the level of emotion. It's almost like there's a lot of emotion and no emotion at the same time, which is quite difficult to convey, I think, as an actor.
Yeah.
So were there any issues that or any technical issues that you had to overcome during the shoot, or anything that you wanted to deliver that you couldn't deliver, or sometimes, I'm sure Lee knows this, as a cinematographer, you set something up and it doesn't quite come out.
I feel like with my experience, like there's never like smooth sailing.
Yes.
So there's always going to be bumps in the road.
Yeah.
And like as like a director or producer, you kind of have to navigate through those problems.
Yeah.
So I think it took us a while to get from the last scene that we shot to the main scene, because the only way you could get from the airport scene to the community centre was for car. We ended up having to like get an Uber because the car the producer had was kind of occupied on set, and then and it kind of took us a long time to set up. Sorry, it took us a long time to set up the lighting.
Yep.
So that kind of ate in our time. I think you'd think like, it's a simple kind of like two-person shot, but just lighting just ate a lot into our shooting. So I think luckily the security guy kind of helped us being able to shoot in the location a lot longer than we needed to be.
Cool. Do we have any questions out here for the art thief? No? Oh,
Excuse me, I'm just interested.
sorry, let me bring the mic to you.
Lovely, thank you. I'm just interested, were you particularly looking for an Irish police person? Or was, yeah.
I don't think it wasn't intentional. I think we kind of, I think it was a conversation. So my producer is half Irish, so we kind of, I think we didn't intend to like, I think we just came across different actors, and I think we kind of, over the development stage, it kind of just delved into finding an Irish actress, and we were picking between two actors, and kind of that kind of decision, we ended up having to rewrite the script a bit to kind of have her to kind of use some of her kind of background, if that makes sense, in it. So I think it wasn't the original script didn't have her as Irish. I think it kind of just over the time of casting and kind of just we kind of developed into like having an Irish actress.
Because I think that really added to the power of the emotion of the sort of history,
Yeah.
you know, of colonialism and everything else.
Yeah.
And yeah, I thought it really heightened it.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, it was powerful. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any other questions back there? Oh, hang on.
Hey, I really like the execution of the short. What do you hope people take away from it? Because I think, you know, for me at least, obviously I know about these sorts of things, but I still found it quite an engaging short, I think, because it kind of is focused or sort of in that performance of the emotional impact of it, or the anger or the fury. But yeah, is there anything that you hope people take away from it, or any actions that you want people to take, or anything like that?
I think it's kind of just wanting to start a conversation, kind of if people go away and do their own and do research or kind of read more up on it. I feel like it's a story that kind of pops up in the media and then kind of like disappears. So I think it's just wanting to start a conversation and talk about like these arts have a home to go to. They should be returned back to the country of origin. So yeah, it was more down to like just starting a conversation and trying to get people thinking about it. Because I feel like there are some people who engage with it and some people who just like it comes up as a story and then kind of disappears, and we just forget about it and then, until it comes up again.
And what's next?
At the moment, I'm crowdfunding for a short film.
Okay.
It's a queer romantic short film about two women who haven't seen each other in 10 years and kind of reconnect. One's an struggling artist, and the other one is a successful doctor, and they've kind of they used to go to university together in Canada, and they've kind of reconnect in London. And so we're crowdfunding for it at the moment. I think it ends on I think this Sunday.
Okay.
So that's a project that we're planning to do hopefully this year. And then a friend who's a poet wrote a kind of series of poems, and I've been meaning to kind of make some visual kind of videos to post online to kind of go with some of her work.
Yeah.
So
That's cool.
yeah.
Well, listen, thank you ever so much for bringing your film to us.
Thank you.
Let's give them a big round of applause. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.